Local photographer is out with another gorgeous book on Wisconsin's brewing history, and he's branching out into new territory with a children's book due out soon. That one is not about beer, separate books. Paul Bialas is here now to talk about both of those new ventures. Great to see you again, Paul.
Yeah, great to see you.
So the Leinenkugel Brewing Company, this is your latest book, and it's really coming to series. Did you start with Schlitz? Was that your first book?
Pabst.
Or Pabst.
Yeah.
Pabst, so we have Pabst, Schlitz,
Miller, and then Leinenkugel.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this book.
Yeah, this one was actually in partnership with the Leinenkugel family. So I got to talk with Dick and Jake and John and all the great people there.
That's a good reason to do a project anyway, right? Just to hang out with those guys?
Not every day you get a call like that. So it was an honor to put together a history book for them. And now for the first time it's released into the local bookstores, which is really exciting for people.
We're going to look at some of the photographs that you obtained and then others that you took. When you look at some of these old-timey photos, they just make for great stories.
It's
right?
neat because the brewery started in 1867, a lot earlier than people think for Leinenkugel. So there's a lot of history, and their family worked tirelessly for years to keep that brewery afloat. And that's kind of what the book tells the story of. But it's a coffee table book, so you get to see the pictures. You kind of get, not the cliff notes, but you get a good history in it. Dick Leinenkugel wrote a couple chapters as well, so you really kind of get the full feel for what's going on. And we had beer labels bound into the book, and the dust jacket folds out into a poster, and there's a CD in the back where you get to hear from the brothers and the brewmasters and hear the full story.
Yeah, I mean, like, people are attracted to the pictures, but I think they're interested, they're drawn in by that, but then they learn the story behind some of these just famous brewers.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's neat to see how, you know, they fought. They were never a huge brewery, and so it was just blood, sweat, and tears that brought Leinenkugel to life to what we see today.
I want to talk about your children's book. It's coming out soon, and we've got some artwork that went along with that as well. Tell us what this story is about.
Now, this was my children just fighting over things not being fair one day, and I said to my wife, wouldn't that be a funny children's book where these kids get these hamburgers and they're not the same size, so Dad orders them each another burger, and they pile up to the ceiling trying to make it fair. And you know, in the end, they learn life isn't fair, and that's the lesson they take away. But in the meantime, they go to the Milwaukee Art Museum, they go to Sobelman's, where a lot takes place, the public market, the Pabst Mansion, and then in the end, when they learn their lesson, they go to Leon's for some ice cream. So
perfect. You
hit all the landmarks, and you get a fun story that teaches a valuable lesson for children.
I was telling you, one of the things I like as a parent was, particularly when the kids were little, that was a way to share places that are important to us about our hometown with our kids and educate them about how special those places are.
Yeah, I felt like I hadn't seen a book with Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That's why my books are Pabst, Schlitz, but now we're doing a children's book. We're venturing through Milwaukee, you know, in the art museum. All these places were kind enough to allow the photographs to be in there, which really made it fun. And by the end of the month, these books will be available, but they are for pre-order now on my website, which I know you're listing. And so I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I appreciate it, Paul. Thanks for sharing all that with us. And again, for more information on any of Paul's books, we've made it easy. You look for Wisconsin Brewery Books on our website. That's tmj4.com/links. It's got the